I'm Etzion from Haifa, Israel. Today is the 1st of March 2025. As usual, start our sharing with a musical piece. It is the band, the Haifa Wind Band I have been participating. So we coming here for the first time. I have been a student of music since 1972, since Baba came to my life. And since then I'm studying music. was a medley from Ray Charles. Ray Charles came to Israel. Hey, what happened to? Just a minute. Are you with me? Okay.
Yes, that's you said.
Okay. The medley by Ray Charles. Decided to play again, so to stop it. We'll share a little bit of the book of Genesis. By the way, I went to the concert of Ray Charles during 1973 or 4, if I'm not wrong, in Jerusalem. It was 70 or 72 or 73, I'm not sure, I can check it. It was incredibly unbelievable. Everybody, the whole audience went insane. What a power this person has. And he was, he was completely blind. Incredibly unique. We can read the Genesis a little bit. And then we share a little bit of pictures from Jerusalem. We stopped here last week. We have been dealing with the advent of Abraham. Here came the culmination that Abraham was attempting to sacrifice his son for whom he was praying all his life. He was 100 years old when his son Isaac was born. Before that, he had a son from his mistress, or Egyptian mistress Hagar. The son was Ishmael, the father of what we call today the Arabic nation. And the whole point was what Abraham did with Isaac, which presumably disturbs many, as if he received his inner voice told him, the voice of God, that he has to slaughter his son Isaac, his only son, to please God. And I'll see what I have explained there. My understanding goes actually in this way. Lord Abraham changed the decision of the Godhead, which was said in the book of Genesis, that he is sorry for creating humanity. So in order to cancel it, to change this karma, he had to act this so-called crucifixion or sacrifice of Isaac, and this later on the foundation, to my understanding, for the crucifixion of Lord Yehoshua. Otherwise, if they won't do this creation would come to a standstill in the good case, no possibility of reincarnation for humanity. Without humanity, there's actually no point for the physical creation, because our duty has been to connect between the spiritual world and the physical world, bring the union together. That's why each time I bring musical piece to show that a few individuals can come together and work together as one body. This is actually a hint for all of us, the musical world, that the union is possible to take responsibility, develop a discipline, obey the conductor or our conductress or whatever, otherwise there's no music. And actually, I was looking for an example of discord. Maybe I'll prepare it for next time. I found a musical band. I was looking for musical blunders, and I found some little school band. It was recorded, placed on the internet, total chaos. And it's a good example to know. We'll do it next time, I trust. The cosmos might be compared to a mighty dynamo generating energy. The cosmos is constantly moving. So all individuals and creations are obliged to move, and this movement is directed in a certain direction. If endless motion hits a wall, then there are two possibilities. Either the movement stops or the wall collapses. Cosmic motion will not stop, and the wall or the thick dam that humans have built on Earth must collapse. The stone altar symbolizes the low point to which mankind has fallen. It has been a deliberate act of going downward. We must constantly remember that everything that happens on Earth is a fruit of our free will. The stone or minerals is the first sphere that individuals enter on the journey to the superconsciousness. Mankind is immersed in the worship of stone. Palaces are built out of stone, and the more artistically made the stone, the more it demonstrates man's earthly success. It's not a negative issue. The whole pollen is a focus of consciousness. Buildings of high artistic spiritual value that inspire observers to take responsibility and to begin to serve the purposes of creation are certainly welcome. The pollen is that for many thousands of years people have been worshipping the earthly sphere, thus binding themselves on the altar of stone. We're worshipping minerals, actually. The more minerals we have, like gold and silver and precious stones, then we are supposedly successful. Then what we drop our bodies eventually will go away. So we go to my children. And also my children will go away, so will go to the country goes away. We can see the countries come and go, nations come and go, and all what they were fighting for went down the journey. It's not the goal of life, but we don't learn. The planet is ostensibly a ball of minerals, some of which are in various changes of phase and seemingly devoid of emotions and consciousness. This is not the case. As we explained above, humans fell from the sphere of manhood responsible for evolutionary processes on Earth to the sphere of animals, continuing to fall in the sphere of plants, symbolized by the fact that we dress. It finally fell into the basic sphere that makes up creation on Earth, the sphere of minerals, represented by the stone in this case. Money worshipped by humans is usually made from a mineral, such as gold and silver, which are considered rare earthly substances. The problem is psychological, and the story of the binding is a psychological drama, a crazy drama, but a drama that requires introspection on the part of each of us. Modern psychology, which has begun to examine to some extent the depth of the subconscious, only scratches the subject superficially. As long as a psychologist is not clear about the purpose of creation and the problematic nature of the subconscious mind, everything it does will be superficial. It will not bring a cue to the root of the problem. In the story of the binding, people actually chose the method by which they would advance spiritually. It is impossible to advance as long as the load from the darkness of the subconscious mind prevents this progress. and therefore it must fall apart and be destroyed. This can be done with spiritual wisdom, which the Torah actually came to inculcate all out of great suffering. We foolishly chose the second way. We chose the path of suffering, actually, when we crucified Lord Yehoshua about 2,000 years ago. Actually, this is what happened. We were given the choice. As usual, we make the wrong choices. What does Abraham actually achieve here? He releases a traffic jam created by humans and allows the cycles of creation to flow again. Not as the plans that humans are supposed to carry out, but enough so that creation does not explode. This principle, represented by Abraham, is repeated on earth at critical moments in order to release the pressure from the dam we are building. Someone from that supreme circle volunteers for this task and usually acts in secret, because when he acts openly, people build some kind of religion around him in order to control the masses through fear. Like all the great masters and avatars who came to establish a religion. But when there is energy, energy is being created on earth, you can create some kind of human mechanisms, and you, on top of it, on top of the pyramid, you are the king. So it's the people who are seeking power and control created all these religions. But all these religions are also, as well, they are necessary at this stage. Thousands of years before Abraham, humans were already systematically killing each other. They tried to destroy the evil humans who project their subconscious darkness and look like monsters, but even the other side, which ostensibly fights the bad guys, is no better. Therefore, the evil is only increasing. When people fight each other, the enormous shock they experience somewhat undermines the subconscious mind, allowing for mental renewal. At the same time, because people act out of ignorance, new deposits are created that enslave people more intensely. Well, also, Baba said that the main purpose of war, that's why he allows it, because it is almost the last tool or means to destroy sanskar from subconscious mind. If our subconscious mind will be filled to sanskar to the degree which is irreversible, we cannot enter the past. We have no justification any longer for our existence. And if we spiritual people don't understand it, you're wasting our time. We want to make a good, nice world, while all the subconscious mind of humanity is full of darkness, full of non-natural sanskars to prevent us to enter the past. And I can say it again and again. Spiritual people don't understand. Even Baba lovers. Even Baba spoke about this so eloquently, so well. His explanation of the problem of sanskar are the best ever since the beginning of time. And when I'm dealing with our dear communities, our darling Baba lovers, I don't see where they understand. It's a real tragedy. That's the only tragedy I see on this first. People who came so close to the avatar disregard his teachings and his warnings. This is the main reason why I started to these sessions. So maybe somebody will pay heed and will be benefit from this advent. But of the sons of darkness against the sons of darkness. I'll read it again. This is not a war of the sons of light against the sons of darkness, but of the sons of darkness against the sons of darkness. The two people, that their subconscious mind is full of darkness. Two sides of darkness fighting with darkness. There's no such a thing as the good guys or the bad guys. This we don't understand. The sons of light are not waging any war at all. They know that they must act internally so to eradicate the residues of the darkness of the subconscious within them. They know that no external struggle will solve the problem. Turning the focus of human consciousness to the earth is freer. Seeing human success on earth in collecting minerals caused man to fall from his elevated spiritual status to beneath the world of beasts. Humans have turned themselves into talking beasts. The question is, in terms of the supreme beings that I call the Yahweh Elohim circle, how to help humanity? However, this is the expression of Baba that we are talking animals. He said it. He called us talking animals. Another compliment he gave to us. If you are willing to look at what he is saying all along. Give us some, even in this Advent, very dire messages. We don't, it's difficult now to absorb such tough revelations. So we like to stay where it's nice and cute. Abraham is actually trying to stop this crazy game of humans. After all, it's like taking out a thorn stuck in the flesh with another thorn. Since he is gifted with vision hundreds of years ahead, perhaps much longer, it establishes through his son Isaac the possibility of renewing the mechanism for eradicating the sediments of the subconscious in a logical, natural way, which requires minimal pain. A family lineage built by Abraham, as described in the Torah, is actually a group of people, members of the circle of Yahweh Elohim, who decide to take upon themselves the burden of responsibility for the restoration of the human race. This is actually the purpose of the stories of the Torah up to Rabban Moses. Rabban or Rabbi is a master. Rabban Moshe, we call him, Master Moses. In fact, until the end of the destruction of the first temple, Abraham does something else that never existed before. He turns people's madness into an instrument in the service of spiritual work. People of his time and long before him, and indeed to this day, sacrifice their children on the altar of mineral worship. At the time, the boy was placed on the red-hot metal arms of a statue, representing some delusional purpose invented by humans, or sent to the battlefields about controlling various minerals, controlling land territories, which are minerals, and so on. It turns the crazy deeds of humans into a tool that helps eradicate the dark residues of the subconscious mind, thus allowing for a certain evolutionary continuation in the movement of the cosmos. My inner feeling is there are other hidden layers to this story, but human language doesn't have the ability to express it. The sights I see here, the human consciousness cannot describe. This is probably true of the other images I described above, that they are nothing but a shadow of what is really hidden behind them. Actually, if you understand this episode, the binding of Isaac, we can understand the crucifixion of Yeshua, the suffering of the Avatar all along. And Baba said he was being crucified on a daily basis. Otherwise, we won't be here. And somehow, unfortunately, it seems that you don't get the point. This is really saddening. You don't understand some basic points, and we lose again. We lose the benefits of this advent. In order not to lose the benefits, don't do anything, just sit in Rabbi's pocket, don't look outside of his pocket to this world, just focus on him. You will win this game. And also constantly judging and condemning others, they will lose the game. That's a sure thing. But saying it with sadness, because these are the insights Baba gave me. But most of his lovers are losing the game because they are not focusing on him and focusing on this imaginary world around it's what's going on around it. This is a good one, this is a bad one, good, bad, all the time. And thus, each time you make these expressions, good and bad, you set all these scars into your subconscious mind. And what's the point? You're only becoming more and more bound. You don't have anyone. You don't have any understanding. If you do it, you don't have any understanding how to erase some scars. And Baba said, the disc on the scars and the ego, first step not to do anything. So just sit in his pocket, close the pocket with, Velcro, make sure you don't see anything from outside, and then you will achieve the goal. And hopefully, next time when you will have a proper understanding, you'll get out of the pocket and start serve humanity. But if you will continue focusing on this world of shadows, then you will lose the benefits of this advent. It's clear as crystal. Okay, I wanted to share with you and continue some tours of Jerusalem. This is a map of Jerusalem. It's a very interesting map I found in the internet. I'll show you why it is so interesting. I'll minimize it. Then at a certain point, you're going to see the entire globe. You're Jerusalem, center of the world. Go to this map, and you can take it and rotate it. It's really cool. And if I'll click on this one, I'll magnify it. I can open each map, each location, and I can see the buildings. Even maybe it depends on the resolution. And we look a little bit. We looked at Jerusalem last time. And we spoke a lot of time. We made a tour in En Kerem. So this is the En Kerem village. And here I lived about 20 years. Let's see how far I can open it. Yeah, we looked at the thing. We saw this on the other side. I used to live. Where is this? Here, I lived here. This is a visitation. We went to the visitation last time. It's a great map. See how it opens up? Amazing. This, I lived somewhere here, and I believe this should be it should be somewhere. It doesn't matter so much. Just want to give you a glimpse of Jerusalem, and we look at the old city of Jerusalem a little bit. It's really a good map. Interesting. Here, Jerusalem, East Jerusalem. It's the old city, Damascus. Here is a garden too. Last time in Golgotha, I like what the church is saying that Jesus, Yeshua, was buried. He was not buried There are many Christian here, the Church of the Holy Sepulchre, as if Jesus was buried there, but according to some, he was buried in the garden tomb. And in front of the garden tomb, I showed you a couple of weeks ago, you see this is a bus, the East bus, the central bus station of East Jerusalem, of the Arabic bus system, and the Golgotha is here, and I showed you the caves. So I'll show you a little bit, some pictures for, where is it, from the old city of Jerusalem. See if it opens up. Yes, it does. I was traveling, these are the walls of the old city, and you can see it's a kind of a place that the archer, they built as the Ottomans or Turkey today. They renewed the walls of Jerusalem. The walls of Jerusalem were destroyed, and 400 years ago, one of the caliphs or the kings of the Ottoman Empire ordered to rebuild the walls of Jerusalem. And we are going to make now a tour of the old city of Jerusalem. And I'll show you what I was taking. This is a museum. I think this museum is inside what we call the Tower of King David, which is actually a mosque. Some reconstruction of the Ottoman rulership at those days, the Ottoman period, etc. We're not going to get into it. You can make a search in the internet, Ottoman period, if you're interested in studying all these things. This is a mosque, what we call it, the Tower of David. It's actually a mosque. David didn't build it. Everything from the time of David was totally
The screen is black.
Sorry?
Screen is black.
I can see it now. Wait, why is this? We have another friend came. I can see the screen is black. Okay, thank you. Actually, I could have seen it. From just a minute. Go back. Now you see it, this picture?
Yes.
Now you see the next, okay. Okay, now I understood how to do it. I have to open it inside my computer, otherwise it doesn't open it from the share instruction or whatever feature. This is, we call it the Tower of David. This is not the Tower of David. When you enter we'll see it. This is in the market. This is the market of the old city. They're selling this excellent hummus. See here, they make it by hand. They chop it by hand like this, breaking it. The hummus seeds. All big things. We used to go there and eat hummus. That to give you a feeling of the old city. It's the old city of Jerusalem. It's a mosque. This is not the mosque of David. There are many mosques there and many churches. This is not far from the Church of the Sepulchre or whatever the main church. I believe, Christianity, this old city of Jerusalem. It's a tour of old city of Jerusalem. That's what we're going to see. We used to go there often when I lived in Jerusalem, do shopping, to stroll around, walk to the, this is the Arabic delights, Hanafe, and actually the best is in Shechem, or what they call Nablus. In Arabic, they call Nablus Jabal El Nar, the mountain of fire, because he used to give troubles to whomsoever came there, even to the Ottomans, not to say the Israelis. It's a very delicious dish. Used to go to the old city, especially to eat it. But the best is in Nablus. In the early 80s, when the country was quiet, we used to travel to the Galilee from Jerusalem via the West Bank, go to Nablus, eat the kanafe, because they make it from goat milk. And the goat milk in Nablus on the South Mountains, presumably the best in the country. But today, of course, you cannot go to Nablus unless you want to be eaten alive. This is a golden mosque. We are heading towards the mosque. You can see all these corridors, at least 400, 500, 600 years old, maybe older. It's what they call the typical Arabic bagel. It's very nice. Selling spices. This is the market. You can see whatsoever you want in the market. I like to take such pictures to get a feeling of the place. Now we are heading to the Western Wall. It's down, this is the ancient excavations of the city of David from 3,000 years ago. This is Al-Aqsa, the gray dome made of, I believe, lead or tin. We keep on walking towards the place. Here I'm visiting an Arabic friend of mine. We used to be good friends. That's a long story. I could have told you this. I met him before this place. Now it's a turned into hotel. Before that, it was a carpentry shop, a very big carpentry shop, and I found him because he was making wood turnings, and I was assembling wooden banisters, and he was making me the balustrades. So that's why we made friends, and I used to visit his home and take him to work, and his brother. I had a long relationship with this family in the 80s and the 90s. And one day when I came home to take his brother to work, his father, the Hajj, one of the most respectable families in the old city, the west city of Jerusalem. And he told me, he said, when I came to take his son to work, he said, he's not my son, he's your son. And the exclamation from such a notable Arabic person, it's something very unique, very special. You don't think we're sitting and throwing stones at each other all the time. There are many good relations. Unfortunately, there are powers in in the world who refuse any such good relations. It's a golden mosque, Dome of the Rock. Entering there, police guard, whatever it is, nice bagels. This is, we call it Damascus Gate. Presumably the sequence of the pictures is not this outside already of the old city. Here's the walls of the old city. I'm heading towards a different location. This is down here. This is actually Mount Scopus. No, this is Mount of Olives. This is Mount of Olives. From here, Jesus descended down here to Jerusalem, the evening of crucifixion. Yes, we call it, if I'm not wrong, the Rockefeller. No, this is the main headquarters of the Catholic Church in Jerusalem. I got out of the tour of East Jerusalem, or maybe I'm getting back now to it, I don't know. Am I starting for you? The Wailing Wall, Western Wall of Jerusalem, the last relic of the Jewish temple, which was destroyed by the Romans at 70 AD. The legend says the Romans wanted to destroy the wall, but they could, they got it. They managed to destroy the wall of Carthage. They didn't succeed to destroy it. They didn't want to do it, or they want to leave a relic. So the Jews will come there and cry, just as a warning. So this, you can see the stone. These are the original stone, the blocks. Each block can weigh between 6 to 100 tons. Some of the blocks, you see, as the centuries they build it, and the stones become smaller and smaller. This, I think, is this addition from the 19th century, but I'm not sure 100% about this. They couldn't lift such big blocks any longer. These original blocks from the, it's actually the Wailing Wall is a support wall of the Temple Mount. King Herod built walls around in order to rebuild the temple. He rebuilt the temple, the second temple.
Can you comment out?
And I guess just a minute. I guess we'll have to stop here. Okay, חכי דקה, I'll close it. Just I'll close the session. I have to close the session. I'll stop the recording if you want to stay, because I'm going, let's see, who is there? Somebody came and he left.